Hi everybody. We are just going to have a little impromptu look at my Gourami tank here. I've just put some algae wafers in the bottom and the loaches are going nuts for them. I'll see if I can get the camera close enough. You should be able to hear them. Of course, they're not making a sound. And you can see the tail of my red-tailed loach in there. If you hear all that clicking and popping noise, that is actually the loaches themselves. They make that noise with a set of pharyngeal teeth that they have. And they do that sometimes when they're fighting or competing for territory. They always do it when they get excited, when there's lots of food in the tank. The real reason I'm videoing here is I'm waiting for this guy to come out into the light. I've done a little bit of remodeling in here recently. I just moved a stone in the bottom that was actually blocking a little bit of movement space through one of these caves here. This cave right here actually had a fairly large stone right down the center at an angle, and it really blocked the amount of movement both from water and animals moving through there. So when I took that out, it really changed the dynamics in the tank, and some of the more reclusive fish that I've got in here, such as this Striped Raphael and that red-tailed loach, have been out and about a lot more than usual. I do have a little South American bumblebee catfish that lives underneath that rock right near that cluster of roots. And then of course I've got the red-tailed loach that usually hangs out in the back of the tank, but will come out occasionally when there's good stuff in the tank, such as right now. So that was a nice little look at him. He's getting pretty big. He's about 5 inches now. I think they get up to 9 or something like that. I know he gets a lot bigger than I actually thought he got when I bought him, so fortunately he seems to be a very, very slow grower. And I'm not too concerned about moving him anytime in the near future. So the Gouramis are still just in there doing their thing, hanging out. I love my Gouramis. I'm really surprised my Striped Raphael is just sitting perfectly still when there's all this buzz and activity in the tank with plenty of good food. So while we wait for something to happen, I will throw you a little teaser out for a video I'm going to be working on soon. This tank, if you can't tell, is in need of a little bit of grooming and trimming. Some of my plants are getting a little out of control. And I want to get in there and do a filter cleaning and maintenance while I'm in there. And I had somebody ask me recently about getting the filter started again after a water change and how much difficulty I had with it and any tricks or tips I could do to start the siphon, to get it or prime it easier than pumping on it the way you have to sometimes. So I will do a video about that. I will actually show you how I do my canister filter and how I get it set up and started, whether I'm doing a simple water change where I do not clean the filter, or I'm doing a more extensive water change where I do actually get in there and open that. Boy, he picked that wafer up and just took the whole thing for himself in the back, so that's probably the last we're going to see of him. But whether I do a full filter change and cleaning or I do a simple tank maintenance, there are different ways that I treat the filter, and either way I get it started up and running again without much difficulty or issue. So I will shoot a video here soon, just a simple before and after, but we'll do some tank maintenance and some filter maintenance while we're in there. We'll do the point of view cam. So go ahead and subscribe now if you're not already, that way you won't miss any of that stuff coming up. And I really am just kind of hoping he does something while you all enjoy the Gourami tank. Again, I'm sorry for all the glare and everything. This really was an impromptu video. If I knew he was going to sit there for 20 minutes, I could have spent some time prepping and getting a little bit ready. So that is my Striped Raphael. I do indeed have one here in the tank. I know I've talked about him a lot, and he used to come out quite a bit, and then he sort of went back into hiding. And I don't really see him anymore, so this is actually kind of a nice treat, even with him lying there on the bottom not doing anything. So let me see if I can't give you a little perspective. I'll go ahead and see if I can put my hand up near the tank and see if that doesn't startle him too much. So he's a pretty good sized fish once you actually get a look at him in relation to the size of my hand. And I tried doing this earlier. I shot a little video clip, and this is about as close as I can get and still have it focused on him. He's so dark with the dark substrate in the dark tank. The camera just doesn't know what to look for, and I lose all focus. So unfortunately we can't get too much of a close-up. But that is him. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. Wish it was a little more exciting for you. But you did get to enjoy a little bit of the Gourami Tank. You did get to see my red-tailed loach and of course the Striped Raphael. I do have one other fish in here that I have not mentioned. I'm waiting to see if I can spot it again. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't know if it's still alive or not. It was a very small fish, so if it died it simply could have just withered away and I never would have even noticed in this tank. So I don't know if it's even still in here. I'm not going to talk about that one until I find it again. If I do, then hopefully we'll get some really cool video of that one coming up too. So once again, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so. That way you won't miss anything. So thanks for watching. Sorry again we didn't get a little more action, but that's how it goes. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.